through the playoffs. But again, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, you're going to keep saying other names when Karis LeVert is back, Spencer Dinwiddie. A multitude, whether it's combinations, lineups, the things that are happening offensively, roles, and just what responsibilities different players are taking on. But I think that's why Steve Nash has so often pointed to this end of the floor, the defensive end of the floor, the philosophies, the emphasis going into these games.
Matthews hits the jumper from deep. Thanks for Garrison Matthews, who's 2 of 2 from downtown. Here's Durant. He will pull. His second year with Washington, was an undrafted player a season ago. Bryant too strong on the three.
He's a two-way player. Last December against Miami, he put up 28 points.
Oh, Irving, beautifully done off the backboard. Kyrie Irving.
Paint the picture. Take a look. Look at his drive-by. Tucks it high off the glass. Angles, his ability, for as much as we talk about his ability to finish, but because he's exacted those angles and because of the practice he's put in.
Durant raises up.
Stacked up against two of the other greats who have worn Nets jerseys.
How about the D there from Durant, coming up with the rejection. Dinwiddie looking to separate, can't bank it in, but did get the foul as it looked like he might have pushed off net. It's a little cold in here.
You don't have the fans keeping everyone warm with all the body heat.
You know what? Kevin's not alone. I noticed that Michael Grady just put his winter coat in what he has shown during camp thus far. And Durant comes up with another rejection, and the shot clock violation is going to eliminate the fast break. But
moving. But what he did say, and you see some of this, he said just the fearlessness, the force, the strength.
How about the night? Dialed in this first half. Hachimura gets the space underneath and flushes it down.
Excellent footwork by Hachimura.
Oh, Irving, the down court feed to Durant. Beautiful. That was something that stood out last night, Sarah, watching them on Instagram Live together, just how close these two are, and they constantly talk about each other as brothers, but there is such a bond between them. And the Nets offense right now is flowing. Taurean Prince 2 of 2 from deep, and the Nets have put up 61 in this first half.
Look at that screen. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving make a decision. Smooth like butter, and then look at this. I see you, man. Gets it up the floor. Quick finish. The connectivity out of a variety of different roles, but I think that matters to some extent to have that type of balance.
Harris, Jordan back in. Luwawu-Cabarrot getting his first minutes as Hachimura couldn't finish. Irving and Durant remain on the floor for Brooklyn. Irving bowls it over to TLC. Can't hit the three. TLC played so well in the bubble for the Nets. As Bryant sticks the landing on in the Nets action in those 8 seeding games in the bubble, as Durant takes a spill and is going to get called for an offensive foul.
Well, and I think pointing to a player like Luwawu-Cabarrot, as we see legs get tangled up right there as he's turning and relocating after the handoff. But, you know, how do players Toronto, but if you're getting smaller minutes, if you're not catching that same type of rhythm, getting the same amount of looks, can you still produce at a rate that is somewhat similar for the time you're on the floor, for playing different roles, knocking down open shots even though you're not getting as playing time game to game? Can you still perform when you are called upon?
More good D from Kevin Durant there as he took the charge. Irving couldn't get that one to drop, but did get the whistle. And Kyrie Irving is going to shoot 2. Now Irving, as many of you know, has been the subject of much attention lately for his refusal to speak with the media. Initially released a statement and then decided to double down on his not speaking with the media, as he posted on Instagram Live where he referred, it seemed, to the media as pawns, saying, "I don't talk to pawns." He did talk at Kevin Durant on. There's no clarity as to how long this will last or when Kyrie Irving may speak to the media, but that has obviously been a big storyline early on in this training camp.
Yeah, it's speaking to the media is collectively bargained. So both he and the Nets organization were each fined $25,000 by the league. So it is. It's going to be a feel-out process, how he handles it. Sitting with Kai was, I think, the name of last.
$5 million deal, a player who Scott Brooks really admires. Durant got bumped, did not get a whistle. Want to work on Harris. Finds Hachimura in the corner, rejected by Irving. And it's going to stay here with Washington with 1.6 on the shot clock.
The luxury of having players play multiple positions is communication.
Durant sticks the jumper. 15 points in this first.
I do.
A stripe, lot going on. Irving doesn't get the roll. Avdia quickly up the floor. 1 second left. Gets it off in time and puts it in. Nice finish to the half from the rookie, Denny Avdia. That will count. 8 points on 3 of 3 shooting for Avdia. Irving and Durant combined for 33 first-half points. Nets lead 6.
There you see KD and Kyrie combining for 33. Right now, the Wizards trailing the Brooklyn Nets down by a sizable margin. When we come back after the break, we're going to hear from yours truly. And you know who's going to join me, the one and only Greg Anthony, to break everything down. You see it on the screen right now.